We are back, baby. I'm doing a catch-up sesh. It's been far too long, but there hasn't been a lot of good to talk about in the last few months. It's been a bit sketch, a bit up and down. But we finally got back on stage, which was lovely, at fucking Brewlab, and absolutely smashed it. Really happy with the 10-minute set that I did, except for I dropped 4 punchlines, but literally the second I finished the set and come off, it sort of cropped in my head what I'd missed, and then by the time I'd sat down and thought about it for 10 or 15 minutes afterwards, I realised the other 3 punchlines I'd missed, and they really would have made the set, but it still got a pretty good reaction. It was a bit different to what I normally do. It was very personal, extremely personal. It was fucking crazy. But it was, it was real. People seemed to listen. They laughed when they were meant to, so that was nice. And, got to see my mate Scotty Leonard go up and do his first spot at Brewlab in Derwent Park in Hobart, Tasmania as well. That was awesome. He was the Raw Tasmania champion. So it was nice to catch up with him. He was looking all beaten to hell. Hope he's alright. He'd come off the wrong end of a lamppost or something. But it kind of added to his comedic look, I think. It was good. It was a good set. There were a lot of good comedians. Great host too. Aaron, the room runner, decided to put his feet up that night. Little fella. He let a lady called Nellie MC, which was nice. She was fucking real animated. I told her she had an animated head when she come off. Or an eloquent head. And then I realised that sounds stupid. It's like animated. But no, they're all really nice. And, made a few, maybe new friends, I think. Or acquaintances, which was nice. And, definitely got the mojo back, though. I fucking could barely even get myself to work the weeks leading up to that. I think I had this bit of avoidance anxiety. And that because I'd missed a bit because I was unwell. But we're sort of getting on top of that now, finally. And I've done a spot, and that's made me fucking immensely happy. Now, don't judge me, but I'm on the chai because I've come off a night shift. It's the end of the rota. And we're just chilling. But yeah, the plans are, what's the plans? So we've got the salty dog coming up on the 19th. I had to cancel out of the one last month because flu and a sinus infection on top of each other. But they offered me a spot pretty much straight away again for the following month, which was awesome. And kind of unexpected. I felt really bad about having to cancel. But Lauren at that room was awesome. She messaged me and asked if I wanted a spot next month. So we've got one. And then as much as I don't want to fucking try and hog the line up at Brewlab, I really want to just continuously try and get on there because I love the room. It's I think I viciously and rather stoically said that I found my room when I was down there, and I have. It's a fucking awesome spot. Great people. I just feel at home there for some reason. I've always had good sets there. It's my third one now. Third, I think. And yeah, they're starting to feel pretty good. So I think I'm going to leave that room for the real personal stuff, the real hard stuff I want to try out, the stuff that means a bit to me. And I'm finally at a place, I've done enough spots now, I'm finally at a place where I can go back and start to polish a few things. Like, a lot of it was initially just trying to get some of it out, but now I can actually go back and try it again. Like when I go to the Saudi, the Didi Baton is coming out. That will be a bit of fun. So that'll be heavily just larrikin fucking bad security guard energy, waving around a big dick. That'll be one side of the comedy, and I'll save the the darker elements for Brewlab. Well, not darker, just deeper. I'll take my silly elsewhere so I can polish that. And the idea is to get it all, just get all these 10-minute sets under wraps, bit of rhythm and flow to them, and then put them into a show. I put in a submission to the Geelong Comedy Festival. I highly doubt I'll get anything back, but you never know. They're a new festival. They've only been around 3 years. They had free registration, and venue hire, so I was like, sounds right up my alley. But yeah, not just that. I know it'd be cool to just attach to something that's new and upcoming. A bit like myself. Maybe not upcoming, but new. Yeah, but I think I was talking to some comics down in Hobart, and I think I realised I was in such a rut, and that if anyone's been following like the initial entry into comedy was anything but standard, and that I did a spot for Josh Wolf, the American comic, up in Brisbane in front of 600 fucking people. 6th time I'd done comedy. And that was kind of hard to come back from, to be honest. Like, you glimpse a fucking level that I'm probably never even going to get near ever again. And it's just like, great. Like, it was such a great experience. But afterwards, I was like a fucking fish out of water. I didn't know where to go. Didn't know what to do. You know, how do you come back from that? How do you come back from standing on a stage with your fucking favourite comic? Yeah, like... So I was floundering. I was just all over the fucking place. The health sunk, and yeah. But anyway, I've got back to basics now. I'm stopping trying to do 1,000 things at once. I'm just focusing on comedy. I'm going to do as many sets as I can locally. Later in the year, hopefully, we'll go to Melbourne a bit and have a look around. But in all seriousness, like, if I find out that I've got this, like, if I've gained an entry into this Geelong Comedy Festival, I reckon I might maybe not go to them. I might go to the mainland. Just might go to Geelong and try and do some comedy to suss it out beforehand. But, like, I'll probably just focus on trying to get my shit together. Because I'm pretty confident. I just need to... My memory's bad. My memory's really bad. 10-minute sets, you know, are good. So if I can just lock in 10 minutes and I can make it a bit linear, make it flow, it's going to tell a bit of a story. This show, hopefully, like, it's going to talk a little bit about me growing up, sort of where I come from, what I moved to, the shit I got into growing up, you know, as a houso and as a fucking farm boy, whatever you want to say, out on the farm. And then, yeah, you know, I'll probably just jump from there to a bit of a focus on the security stuff to make it a bit silly. Introduce the Didabit-hon, of course. And, but then I want to lead it into some more serious shit. Like, yeah, start talking about, you know, the friends that have gotten in trouble and stuff like that. So it's all going to be humour, obviously, but it's just going to start to get a darker element to it, and then we'll just, wind it up into how comedy's affected me in the last 12 months. Because that was the whole bit, pretty much, I did in Brewlab. The sheer madness that set off in my head and my reaction to it, which was not normal. And quite funny. But anyway, we move on. I'm looking forward to it. I feel like I'm on the path again, one might say. And I'm off the cigs as of today, hopefully. We've ordered some of those bloody Zin things. This thing is not playing ball. The damn thing blocked on me before, and I was huffing on it rather heroically, giving it a real Not much happening. Kept going. Bang. Whole squirt of it in the mouth. Tastes horrible as shit. It's meant for the lungs, not the taste buds. Anyway, that's blocked up again. So I was going to say goodbye and greet you Monday with one of them, but you'll have to have one in spirit, and I think it's time for me to go to bed. But thanks guys for following so far. We're nearly at 100 subscribers now, which is pretty cool. 99. We've had, what else? We had a big flare of activity actually in the last 2 weeks, and I think I got rid of all my socials. I got rid of TikTok. Took Instagram off the stuff. I'm just keeping the personal account on that, but I will open a business account on that. So we've only got the YouTube channel now. On the Facebook page, we took that down because just too much bullshit, too much distraction, too much time wasting, and I think too much just focus on other people. You find yourself slipping those bad human habits of I wouldn't say jealousy, but just you're trying, checking out what other people are doing, and then you feel bad because you're not either following them or you're not doing what they're doing or you haven't got as much going on. Why put that pressure on yourself? So I got rid of the fucking thing. But we will open up an Instagram account soon. I need to link that to my casting networks page. We've got the acting stuff going on. We've been doing a bit of submissions on there. Got an agent now. TM Talent Management. So they're keeping an eye out for me. Had another agent, a bigger agency that I was with, but I stepped away from them because I think their expectations were way too much for what I'm looking for. I'm just trying to do the comedy stuff, and I just want to take if any acting stuff comes up, just take that at my own pace and not be pushed into all this other shit just to be a face. I don't want to do the extra work and stuff like that. I just want to, like last night I got bored and I put a submission in for an unpaid voiceover for a short animated film. That's the sort of shit. Just that stuff. Just interest stuff. I'm not going to get paid from it. It'd be nice eventually, maybe, but it won't happen. But it's all just forward momentum. Because the end goal is to make a living off of entertainment, one way or the other. Stop this fucking grind. Stop working for, people that don't give a fuck about you. And, they're all like that. I'm not saying my company now is like that. I'm just saying they're all like that. It's just, But that's what you got to do. It's what you got to do. You got to grind. You got to live. You got to pay the bills. But you got to try and make a little bit of time for yourself. I hadn't done any of that. None of that. Absolutely none until I found comedy. It was just interaction and reaction. Day to day was just work, come home, abuse stuff I probably shouldn't have, just to try and make things, slip by a bit easier. And that was no way to live. That was, not fair on me, not fair on my family, and that we should have tried harder. So that's what we're doing. And that's all part of this comedy thing too, finding that it's made me a happier person and given me more go, and it's all good. We're chasing that feeling. I love yous. Have a good week. Take care of yourselves. Be kind. Don't be kind to others, but also too, little tip, be a bit of a cunt if you need to be. That's one thing I've taken away. I always used to try and please people. I was always just, anything I could, going out of my way to try and make it so the situation was just cruisy. We just cruised through. You got to make things hard for people sometimes. Sometimes it's got to be uncomfortable to prove a point. You got to pull them up in their fucking tracks. Just make it uncomfortable and obvious, especially for people that are snarky in workplace situations or whatever. Just loudly call them out. Not Don't ever do it, abusively. Don't sound angry. Just be like, oh, what did you mean by when you said that? Loud. Call them out for the bullies they are. I've never had time for fucking people like that, ever. So, and I feel for anyone that goes through it, it's fucking hard. And anyone that unconsciously goes through it, like I've dealt with a lot of work stress in the past. From weird directions too. But just be open and honest to yourself and your family and others, and look at the big picture, the job's making you absolutely fucking miserable and you think it's killing you. It might be time to start looking at another path, or try and take the focus off work. That was my biggest thing. So much focus went into work. Everything had to be right, everything was this, that. Now, I do my job and I do it well, but I come home and I turn that switch fucking off. You need to. No, we're not meant to live on this life. We're not meant to fucking live on this world and just work ourselves to death. Okay? We need to go out and live a bit. Responsibly, well. Some people's idea of responsible, but, safely and well, and just be nice to each other. Love yous. Have a good week. I'll catch up soon, I reckon. We might have to do a little bit of a high live, a little bit of an AMA. It's also too, we've kicked off a certain season here in Tasmania. It's cold and damp, good for mystical forest adventures, to look and forage for stuff. So that could be in the cards too, if I happen to mix up salad. If I happen to mix up psychedelic salad, I'll take his with me. Other than that, we're just cruising. We're on days off. It's a crisp yet cool day here. Clear day, sorry. So all you guys, look after yourselves. Chase that feeling. Love yous.